Hello singers! Oh, I'm up on my feet again this week. So if you want to stand up, and you've got it in you to stand up today for our warm-ups, please do. I'm going to go for a bit of an aeroplane, and if you don't have it in you, you just need to sit today, that's okay. All of this stuff's adaptable for sitting anyway. Obviously be careful if you've got someone, lucky enough to have someone next to you on the sofa, but a little bit of an aeroplane. And just feel the space between your ribs. That's what this is about. Knowing that there's just little muscles that move, would you believe, in between every rib. And that this rib cage nonsense gives us the wrong image. That's it, lovely. And then just a little yawn and stretch. Ooh, whatever you need to do. Maybe a little shake. Ooh. Did you catch that? Will I give you another one? I'm not as yawny today as I sometimes am. I've not got anyone to catch it from. Go on, pass me one. That could have worked with some of you. Weird interface that we've got. Let's have a nice slow shoulder roll and just take your time. Check you're not holding your breath. Just check you're not holding your breath. Doesn't matter how you're breathing, as long as you're not stopping it. And just whilst we're doing that, see if you can notice your ribs again. That lovely space that we just opened up in between each rib. That's the bit that expands when we breathe into it. That's lovely. So I've been changing direction here without telling you. Just been doing a couple each way, so you're probably following me. But as long as it's slow, whichever way you're going is fine. Let's just have another little shake as well. And then one of those nice loose lips. And of course we've got great big pumpkin face. Notice my whole body's getting bigger. It's not just my face, it's my eyes, it's my, if you can stretch out this bit as well, but really feeling your ribs opening as well. Great big pumpkin face. And again, great big pumpkin face. Lovely. And then we've got tiny little raisin face. Everything's screwed up as small as it possibly can be. And I'm even doing my shoulders and my torso. Tiny little raisin face. Great big pumpkin face. Tiny little raisin face. Great big pumpkin face. Tiny little raisin face. Just have a lift up of your shoulders. Hold it for a second and then a big sigh. So you're letting your jaw go and letting your shoulders go all at once. So just hold that for a second and then one more. Just hold it and let it go. And see if we can get a horse. So you're sort of kicking your head back as if you had a beautiful great big horse mane. And again. Great, we're just going to have a gentle move to one side, so nice and slow, and again just notice your breathing. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Keep it moving nice and slow. Feel like you're oiling your neck. Excellent. Okay. Lovely. And then just stick your tongue out. And then you're going to say, hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you, how are you? I'm fine, thank you, how are you? And just notice that I'm trying to keep that tongue stuck out as far as possible, okay? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing? How are you doing? Well, I'd like to get out a bit more. Well, I'd like to get out a bit more. Okay. Probably enough of that, isn't it? Let's just have a loosen our lips now that we've stretched in here. And again. Great. Now, just gonna and give a little massage to the base of the tongue, which comes round. Well, not that way, that way. It comes round and under here, and some of where it attaches to is under here. So just, if you're sitting, you can sort of lean forward on your elbows and just let your thumbs have a little squidge. If you're standing up, keep standing. Just keep a nice sense of length in your neck so you're not scrunching over too much. That's it. Nice and relaxed. You might find it's a bit sore. Just be gentle. It's one of those odd places that you wouldn't ever think to give yourself a massage, but you can get a bit of tightness in here. And of course, because your tongue goes all the way down here, it has a big impact on your throat. So if you're feeling things are a bit tight here, it might be worth squidging this bit. And actually, whilst we're at it, give your jaw a little squidge as well. That's it. That's it. In fact, let some noise out as well. That's it. Just one more sigh. Great, and we're just going to do like a buzz like a bee. If you're standing up, you can give your wings a wiggle and your bum as well, just to make sure everything's still moving. Think, who do I usually stand next to when we're in the actual room together, and give them a buzz. And who's usually in front or behind me? And on the other side. Wonderful. We're just going to buzz a few notes as well. And again. And then we're going to go down. And then try this one. And again. And then try this one. Ooh, another little squidge. Try this one, wake our noses up this time. Make it as cackly as you can. Lovely, and then just a cooey, 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 cooey. Great. I'm just going to stay standing for Mary Mack as our warm-up tongue twister today. It's not Burns, but it is Scottish, and it'll get everything moving a little bit. So let's give it a go. Mary Mack's feathers macking Mary Mack, marry me. Mary Mack's feathers macking Mary Mack, marry me. My feathers macking me, Mary, Mary Mack. My feathers macking me, Mary, Mary Mack. Mary Mack's feathers macking Mary Mack, marry me. My feathers macking me, Mary, Mary Mack. And I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. And I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. We'll all be Mack and Mary when I marry Mary Mack. We'll all be Mack and Mary when I marry Mary Mack. We'll all be Mack and Mary when I marry Mary Mack. We'll all be Mack and Mary when I marry Mary Mack. I'll put the words up this time. I'm just going to do the tune. Some of you will have probably sung this before. Put the words up, make it a little bit easier for you. Mary Mack's feathers Mack and Mary Mack, marry me. Mary Mack's feathers Mack and Mary Mack, marry me. My feathers macking me, merry, merry Mack. My feathers macking me, merry, merry Mack. Merry Mack's feathers macking, merry Mack, merry me. My feathers macking me, merry, merry Mack. Again. Merry Mack's feathers macking, merry Mack, merry me. My feathers macking me, merry, merry Mack. And I'm going to marry Mary. And I'm going to marry Mary. I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. We'll all be macking Mary when. We'll all be macking Mary when. We'll all be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mack. We'll all be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mack. We'll all be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mack. Mary Mack's feathers macking Mary Mack, marry me. My feathers macking me, marry Mary Mack. And I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. We'll all be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mack. Mary Mack's feathers macking Mary Mack, marry me. My feathers macking me, marry, Mary Mack. And I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. We'll all be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mack. Mary Mack's feathers macking Mary Mack, marry me. My feathers macking me, marry, Mary Mack. And I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. We'll all be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mack. Mary Mack's feathers macking Mary Mack, marry me. My feathers macking me, marry, Mary Mack. And I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. We'll all be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mack. Mary Mack's feathers macking Mary Mack, marry me. My feathers macking me, marry, Mary Mack. Going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. We'll all be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mack. It's probably fast enough, isn't it? Let's just try it slow with a clapping rhythm. Mary Mack's feather. So it's just a clap and a tap of the shoulders. Obviously, if you're sore and the clap's easier, maybe a bit much, depending. But if you can do them both, give it a go. Mary Mack's feathers macking Mary Mack, marry me. My feathers macking me, marry, Mary Mack. And I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. We'll all be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mack. Mary Mack's feathers macking Mary Mack, marry me. My feathers macking me, marry, Mary Mack. And I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. We'll all be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mack. Mary Mack's feathers macking Mary Mack, marry me. My feathers macking me, marry, Mary Mack. And I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. We'll all be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mack. Mary Mack's feathers macking Mary Mack, marry me. My feathers macking me, marry, Mary Mack. And I'm going to marry Mary to get married and take care of me. We'll all be macking Mary when I marry Mary Mack. Oh, reckon you deserve a sit down now. Go on, have a seat. Now, it's, of course, Burns Day today, so we need to give a significant nod to the bard himself, and we'll be singing a few old and new. Well, I suppose they're all old, because he wrote them a wee while ago, didn't he? But old and new to us as a group, and a couple of other zizzy songs that I think he might have enjoyed had he lived in a different time. To a kitten. We sleek it, timorous, caring beastie. She's not timorous and she's not caring, but she is sleek it. Look, hello, this is Toshi. I thought you'd like to meet her. I think Burns would like her, don't you? But she's very wriggly. Go on up there, little parrot cat. Oh dear. Well, I'm sure she'll say hello another time. Come on. Hello. Hello, look, everybody's saying hello. Everybody's saying hello. The least you can do is face them. Hello. There you go. That's it. Yeah, she's not caring or timorous at all, but she's very lovely. You're very lovely. There we go. That's my to a kitten for this year's and it's the Birks of Aberfeldy, and I like it. It's it's one of these tunes that's far too long, like so many of his songs, but I love the Birks of Aberfeldy, which is probably one of the reasons why I love this song. So if you want to imagine the Birks of Aberfeldy, if you've not been there, it's quite a steep gorge with the river that you climb up one side and you can go across a bridge and come back down the other side, and It's rather gorgeous. So the tune goes of the chorus. The tune of the chorus goes, "Bonnie lassie, will ye go? Will ye go? Will ye go? Bonnie lassie, will ye go to the Birks or Aberfeldy?" The answer's yes. But I've put a low part in that just stays more where it is for folks that don't want to go all the way up the side of the gorge. So, but I'll teach you all the tune to start off with. So smile at the high notes if you're a wee bit flirty. Bonnie lassie, bonnie lassie, bonnie lassie, and again. Bonnie lassie, will ye go? So it's will ye go? Will ye go? And again. Will ye go? So let's try. Bonnie lassie, will ye go? Bonnie lassie, will ye go? And again. Bonnie lassie, will ye go? Will ye go? So there's two of the will ye goes. Bonnie lassie, will ye go? Will ye go? Will ye? Try that one. Will ye go? Go. Bonnie lassie, will ye go? Will ye go? Will ye go? And again. Bonnie lassie, will ye go? Will ye go? Will ye go? Bon. And it's jumping back down to the bon that's the most difficult probably. Bonnie lassie, will ye go? Will ye go? Will ye go? Bonnie lassie. Next bit. Bonnie lassie, will ye go? So that one just keeps on going. Bonnie lassie, will ye go? And again. Bonnie lassie, will ye go to the Birks? To the Birks. So will you go to the Birks of Aberfeldy? Probably without an F. Birks or Aberfeldy is probably quicker and easier to sing. Bonnie lassie, will ye go to the Birks? Bonnie lassie, will ye go to the Birks? To the Birks or Aberfeldy? To the Birks or Aberfeldy again? To the Birks or Aberfeldy? Bonnie lassie, will ye go to the Birks or Aberfeldy? Now, no one needs a low part, right? We're all just happy with that. I know. We're all high singers now. From the top. Bonnie lassie, will ye go? Will ye go? Will ye go? Bonnie lassie, will ye go to the Birks or Aberfeldy? And again. Bonnie lassie, will ye go? Will ye go? Will ye go? Bonnie lassie, will ye go to the Birks or Aberfeldy? Okay, I think we'll just stick with the tune for this week, and what I'll do is I'll put the harmony in next week, and we'll let the lows jump ship then. Now let's try and put the parts back in for Coming Through the Rye. We do this most Januaries, so it's probably sitting in the cobwebs there somewhere. The tune, of course, we've sung this year already. Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. Gin a body, kiss a body, need a body, cry. Let's just do that again. Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. Gin a body, kiss a body, need a body, cry. So if we try the low on that, gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. Gin a body, kiss a body, need a body, cry. Again, gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. Gin a body, kiss a body, need a body, cry. So let's do it once more. Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. Gin a body, kiss a body, need a body, cry. And then on the chorus we've got Ilka lassie has her laddie, nane they say aye. Ilka lassie has her laddie, nane they say aye. Again. Ilka lassie has her laddie, nane they say aye. yet all the lads they smile at me. Yet all the lads they smile at me. Yet all the lads they smile at me when, I've added the when that time. Yet all the lads they smile at me when, coming through the rye, coming through the rye. Ilka lassie has her laddie name, they say hey aye. Yet all the lads they smile at me when, coming through the rye. Gin a body, should we do a verse and chorus? Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. Gin a body, kiss a body, need a body, cry. Ilka lassie has her laddie name, they say hey aye. Yet all the lads they smile at me when, coming through the rye. Once more. Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. Gin a body, kiss a body, need a body, cry. Ilka lassie has her laddie name, they say hey aye. Yet all the lads they smile at me when, coming through the rye. Okay, high part. Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. Again. Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. Once more. Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. Oh, I've got a frog, excuse me. Gin a body, kiss a body, need a body, cry. So that line's the same as the first one. Or the tune is. Gin a body, kiss a body, need a body, cry. And again. Gin a body, kiss a body, need a body, cry from the top. Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. Gin a body, kiss a body, need a body, cry. And then for your chorus, Ilka lassie has her laddie name, they say hey aye. Ilka lassie has her laddie name, they say hey aye. Again, Ilka lassie has her laddie name, they say hey aye. Yet all the lads they smile at me when, ducking and diving. Yet all the lads they smile at me when, again. Yet all the lads they smile at me when, coming through the rye. Yet all the lads they smile at me when, coming through the rye. Once more. Yet all the lads they smile at me when, coming through the rye. Ilka lassie has her laddie name, they say hey aye. Yet all the lads they smile at me when, coming through the rye. Shall we try verse chorus? Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. Gin a body, kiss a body, need a body, cry. Ilka lassie has her laddie name, they say hey aye. Yet all the lads they smile at me when, coming through the rye. Okay, so how you find your start notes is crucial. Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. That's your tune. Gin, and that's the start note of the low part as well. Gin a body, meet a body. Gin a body, that's the tune. Gin a body, and that D note. Gin a body, that's the start note for the high part. So gin a body, gin, that's going to be the highs. If that's the tune and the lows, that's the highs. Gin a body, meet a body. Gin, and that's the tune. Gin a body, meet a body, and the lows. Gin a body, meet a body. Okay, should we try them all together? Let's just do it. Let's just jump right in. Gin tune. Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. Gin a body, kiss a body, need a body, cry. Ilka lassie has her laddie name, they say hey aye. Yet all the lads they smile at me when, coming through the rye. Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the tune. Gin a body, greet a body, need a body frun. Ilka lassie has her laddie name, they say hey aye. Yet all the lads they smile at me when, coming through the rye. Gin a body, meet a body, coming frae the well. Gin a body kiss a body, need a body tell. Ilka lassie has her laddie name, they say hey I. Yet all the lads they smile at me when coming through the rye. Shall we try a faster one? Are you ready? Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the rye. Gin a body, kiss a body, need a body cry. Ilka lassie has her laddie name, they say hey I. Yet all the lads they smile at me when coming through the rye. Gin a body, meet a body, coming through the tune. Gin a body, greet a body, need a body frun. Ilka lassie has her laddie name, they say hey I. Yet all the lads they smile at me when coming through the rye. Gin a body, meet a body, coming frae the well. Gin a body, kiss a body, need a body tell. Ilka lassie has her laddie name, they say hey I. Yet all the lads they smile at me when coming through the rye. Okay, so this is It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing. And your words are, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-a, 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 do-a. Okay? And then it don't mean a thing. All you got to do is sing. Okay, I'm just going to do the beginning of this today because there's another bit in the middle. But let's just try this groovy bit. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Should we try that bit again? It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-a, 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 do-a. Do-a, 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 do-a. So I did that twice, we only do it once. So if I put those two bits together, you'll get the whole loop of it. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-a, 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 do-a. Okay, so we're going to do that again. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-a, 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 do-a. Then it's exactly the same, but all you got to do is sing. It don't mean a thing, all you got to do is sing. Do-a, 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 do-a. All you gotta do is sing again. It don't mean a thing, all you gotta do is sing. Do-a, 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 do-a. So if we loop those together, we've got, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-a, do-a, do-a. It don't mean a thing, all you got to do is sing do-a, do-a, do-a. So let's try that twice round. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-a, 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 do-a. It don't mean a thing, all you got to do is sing. Do-a, 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 do-a. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-a, 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 do-a. It don't mean a thing if it, all you gotta do is sing. Do-a, 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 do-a. I got that last line wrong, sorry. Right, now we're going to do the middle bit next week. So have a sing of the duet, 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 duets when you're boiling the kettle this week, and we'll add the next bit in next time. All right. Well, I thought we'd have a couple of verses of A Man's a Man. We're going to do the first and the last, with it being his birthday, but it's one of my favourites, and I know it's lots of people's favourite song. So, is there for honest poverty that hangs his head and all that? The coward slave we pass him by, we dare be poor for all that. For all that and all that, it's coming yet. For all that, the rank is bad, the guinea the gout for all that. Then let us pray that come it may, and come it will for all that, that sense and worth o'er the earth shall bear the gree and all that, for all that and all that, it's coming yet for all that, that man to man the world o'er shall brothers be for all that. We'd better sing happy birthday, hadn't we? Happy birthday to Robbie Burns. It's his birthday after all. It's our excuse to have a treat haggis dinner and maybe a bit of Cranachan with some whiskey, perhaps, maybe. So let's do it. Let's just sing him happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Abby. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! I'm sure he appreciated that. It's not quite as good as some of his songs, but we've got plenty of his to be going on with. Up in the morning early. So now we've got a tune and a harmony, and I'd like to do them together today, so I'm going to remind you how they both go. Co blows the wind fair easty west, the drift is driving saily, say loud and shrills, I hear the blast, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Sing that with me. Co blows the wind fair easty west, the drift is driving saily, say loud and shrills, I hear the blast, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Up in the morning snow for me, up in the morning early, when all the hills are covered with snow, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Let's try that. Up in the morning. Up in the morning snow for me, up in the morning early, when all the hills are covered with snow, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Okay, so we're going to do the first verse and that chorus together now, and then I'll show you how the second verse goes. Co blows ready, co blows the wind fair easty west, the drift is driving saily, say loud and shrills, I hear the blast, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Up in the morning snow for me, up in the morning early, when all the hills are covered with snow, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Now the second verse, it's the same tune. The birds sit chittering in the thorn, o' day they fare but sparely, and lang's the night frae e'en to morn, I'm sure it's winter fairly. So it fits as you'd expect it to. Let's have a go. The birds sit chittering in the thorn, o' day they fare but sparely, and lang's the night frae e'en to morn, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Up in the morning snow for me, up in the morning early, when all the hills are covered with snow, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Okay, so we'll have a go at the low part and then we'll put them together. So the low part is the sort of middle low part. Cold blows the wind fair east to west, the drift is driving sairly, sae loud and shrills I hear the blast, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Sing that with me. Cold blows the wind fair east to west, the drift is driving sairly, sae loud and shrills I hear the blast, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Up in the morning's no for me, up in the morning early, when all the hills are covered with snow, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Up in the morning, up in the morning's no for me, up in the morning early, when all the hills are covered with snow, I'm sure it's winter fairly. So let's do verse 1 and verse 2 of that one before we add this new chittering birds verse in. Cold blows. And if you want to sing the tune over us, cold blows, it starts on the same notes, it just carries on. Cold blows the wind for the tune and for the harmony that I'll be singing now. Cold blows the wind. Sing what you like. Cold blows the wind fair east to west, the drift is driving sairly, sae loud and shrills I hear the blast, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Up in the morning's no for me, up in the morning early, when all the hills are covered with snow, I'm sure it's winter fairly. So our second verse. The birds sit chittering in the thorn, all day they fare but sparely, and lang's the night fair into morn, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Up in the morning's no for me, up in the morning early, when all the hills are covered with snow, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Shall we try them together? So the thing to remember is that both parts start with the same two notes on Cold Blows the Wind. Cold blows. Okay. Cold blows, 3, 4. Cold blows the wind fair east to west, the drift is driving sairly, sae loud and shrill I hear the blast, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Up in the morning's no for me, up in the morning early, when all the hills are covered with snow, I'm sure it's winter fairly. The birds sit chittering in the thorn, all day they fare but sparely, and lang's the night fair into morn, I'm sure it's winter fairly. Up in the morning's no for me, up in the morning early, when all the hills are covered with snow, I'm sure it's winter fairly. more chorus. Up in the morning, snow for me. Up in the morning early, when all the hills are covered with snow. I'm sure it's winter fairly. So that song is really, it's just an extended reminder to have a good old lie-in whenever you want during the winter time. So take the hint Burns has sent us there. And make sure you watch this video. You know, wait till the afternoon, have a good long lie. I suppose you could sing along in bed if you really wanted to. Okay, so we've been singing the Silver Tassie or the Silver Tassie, and I realised I didn't say much about where it came from. It was one of Burns's, and it's one of the ones that was in the Scots Musical Miscellany, I think volume 3, but early 1790s. And he told his publisher that he'd written it, and he wrote in a letter to someone else that he'd found the first 4 lines and written the rest. So it's one of those trad / Burns songs, which there are so many of, and it's obviously got the Port of Leith in the chorus and the Berwick Law, and the ferry it talks about in the second line is Queensferry, but we don't know which war it was originally. So, you know, it's a sailor about to head off to war, not wanting to leave his bonny lassie, which is what it was first called in the 1790 tome. Behind, of course, it's a timeless story. It's will have been sung probably for multiple wars and multiple love affairs. So, will I just remind you of the tune? That's probably a good idea, isn't it? And then I'll just ping up the words and we'll sing it all the way through. We've done the first verse and chorus of this. Gae fetch to me a pint of wine and fill it in a silver tassie, that I may drink before I go, a service to my bonny lassie. That's the first verse. Shall we do that again? Go fetch to me a pint of wine and fill it in a silver tassie, that I may drink before I go, a service to my bonny lassie. So whilst we've got that tune in our head, there's 2 more verses. The trumpets sound, the banners fly, the glittering spears are ranked and ready, the shouts of war are heard afar, the battle closes deep and bloody. Shall we do that verse again? The trumpets sound, the banners fly, the glittering spears are ranked and ready, the shouts of war are heard afar, the battle closes deep and bloody. Just remembering to go up on that last line. And the last verse. It's not a roar or sea on shore would Mack me longer wish to tarry, no shouts of war that's heard afar, it's leaving me my bonny Mary. And that verse again. It's not the roar or sea on shore would Mack me longer wish to tarry, no shouts of war that's heard afar, it's leaving thee my bonny Mary. And then we've got the chorus. The boat rocks at the pier o' Leith, for loud the wind blows frae the ferry. Should we do that one again? Got a lot of notes. The boat rocks at the pier o' Leith, for loud the wind blows frae the ferry. Once more. The boat chorus then. The boat rocks at the pier o' leaf, the loud the wind was frae the ferry. The ship rides by the berry claw, and I maun leave my bonny Mary. Right, whole thing from the top. Get your pint of wine, only if it's the afternoon or evening. Go fetch Timmy a pint of wine, and fill it in a silver Tassie, that I may drink before I go, a service to my bonny lassie. The boat rocks at the pier o' leaf, full loud the wind was frae the ferry. The ship rides by the berry claw, and I maun leave my bonny Mary. The trumpets and the banners fly, the glittering spears are ranked and ready, the shouts of war are heard afar, the battle closes deep and bloody. The boat rocks at the pier o' leaf, full loud the wind blows frae the ferry. The ship rides by the berry claw, and I maun leave my bonny Mary. It's not the roar or sea on shore would mak me lang a wasty tarry, no shouts of war that's heard afar, it's leaving thee my bonny Mary. The boat rocks at the pier o' leaf, full loud the wind blows frae the ferry. The ship rides by the berry claw, and I maun leave my bonny Mary. Okay, have a good week everyone, take care.